Trump suggesting on Truth Social yesterday that tonight will be big and he will tell it like it is. Alabama Senator Katie Britt is with us to discuss this further. Senator, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it. What are you expecting to hear tonight from the president?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you so much for letting me come on. And I love how he described it. Would we expect anything else? Big and right to the point. Look, that's what he's done the entire time on the campaign trail. He has told it like it is. And he has said, this is what I'm going to do when I hit the office. And once he was sworn in on January 20th, he has hit the ground running. Promises made have been promises kept. I expect President Trump to go through some of those, one of which is the Lake and Riley Act, which I was proud to be the lead sponsor here in the Senate. He'll go through unleashing American energy. He'll go through how he is working to onshore American jobs. At the end of the day, his goals are keeping Americans safe, keeping our country strong, and making sure that each and every American has an opportunity to live their American dream, returning to actual prosperity here in this nation. And so you're going to hear his vision for that. You are going to hear him just excited for the American people and what he knows this country can be once again.
Senator, what's your reaction to the Democrats? There's a plan here that they're going to bring some guests that might have been affected by some of President Trump's new policies. How do Republicans plan to address that?
Look, I think let's look at who Melania Trump is bringing. Melania Trump is bringing someone from the great state of Alabama, a man who works in the steel industry and works diligently each and every day and understands the value of American jobs and American prosperity and American opportunity. I think what we do is we tie each and every one of President Trump's policies to how that is going to make America stronger and safer. Look, he has been on fire. He has been achieving for the American people and everything from economics to safety and security to also things like protecting girls, protecting women in their sports, allowing them to thrive and flourish in that. Obviously, we were a little disappointed yesterday that the Senate Democrats don't understand the issue in the way that they should. They should be stepping up for the young women in their district, and they chose yesterday not to, not supporting Senator Tuberville's effort. So I think we have a ton of things that we're going to be looking at, and we're going to be drilling down for the American people. We're also going to be telling the American people we are $36 trillion in debt. That's not only fiscally irresponsible, it is morally irresponsible. And what we're going to see from President Trump is someone who is willing to tackle that because he knows it is unfair for us to place that debt on the backs of our children and our children's children. He's getting action today in a way that's going to make our country stronger.
The deficit is absolutely enormous, you're right, but something else that's on the minds of many Americans are those tariffs. We know Donald Trump put 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada, raising China's from 10 to 20%. Now people are worried about maybe retaliatory tariffs. We'd heard Mexico's president said that she is planning to do that, as well as Canada's president, or Prime Minister Justin Trudeau of Canada, saying that he is planning to add retaliatory tariffs. Do you think he's going to touch on this? Because Americans, we've already seen the stock market this morning. It opened down. People are just worried that this is going to cause more inflation. It's going to be harder on their wallets. What can we expect Donald Trump to say to the public about these tariffs?
Look, Donald Trump is going to hit that head on. What he's going to say is, I promised we would keep this country safe and secure. He wants Mexico and Canada to come to the table when it comes to actually addressing the fentanyl crisis that is plaguing our nation. It is the leading cause of death between the ages of 18 and 45. And these people that we have lost, over 100,000 a year, one is too many. He's going to actually do something about that. So hopefully they'll come to the table and we can actually achieve results on that. When it comes to things like China, not only their role when it comes to fentanyl and what it's doing in our nation, but also look at what China has consistently done in undermining American workers. Look, President Trump will never apologize for putting American workers first, making sure that we are driving up wages and creating more opportunities. Look, if we learned nothing from COVID, we should have learned that we must secure our critical supply chain. You heard President Trump do a press conference yesterday talking about that exact thing. Look, he is making smart choices. They're going to make America stronger and more secure moving into the future, and they're also going to give Americans, like the gentleman who's going to be attending with Melania Trump, working in the steel industry in the great state of Alabama, more opportunity to achieve their American dream. And it's an exciting time. And look, there is no one better to do it than President Trump.
Senator, I want to talk real quickly about the Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act. You've been a champion for fairness and safety for female athletes and voted to advance the bill, saying Quote, today I was proud to vote for the Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act, which would codify President Trump's recent executive order. For decades, Title IX has been instrumental to provide female athletes, student athletes that is, like my daughter, the opportunity to compete fairly, gain leadership skills, and build their confidence. Tell us a little bit more about the significance of this bill.
Gosh, absolutely. Well, first off, thank you to President Trump for walking into the Oval Office and doing something about it. It was absolutely incredible to be there with him that day when he signed that executive order. You could see those young women's faces all around him, excited that someone was standing up for them and preserving the opportunity that was in front of them. As a mom who sits, in the bleachers when it's a volleyball game or watching my daughter play basketball or run track, I appreciate securing that moment for our young women where they can be safe and secure and they can learn to thrive. Unfortunately, we know that a next administration or whenever there is a Democratic administration, that could unfold. That's why Senator Tuberville's work is so critically important. It cements this for young women across this country. He's done an excellent job leading this effort. Yesterday, when he spoke on the floor, he talked about his brand new grandbaby, Rosie Grace, and he said, we're going to make sure that women's sports are safe and secure and around for her. This is common sense. 79% of America stands with the Republican Party on this. My Democratic colleagues need to wake up. They need to stop kowtowing to the far left. They need to realize that this is something we need to do for women. We need to remember what Title IX was about. We need to make sure we preserve these opportunities and make sure they're able to do it in a safe and a fair way. So we're going to keep pushing. Yesterday was just the start. If my Democratic colleagues want to turn a blind eye to what the American people want, we'll keep moving it forward. I know Senator Tuberville is committed to that, and I am committed to fighting alongside him and President Trump to actually get this into law so that we can make sure that this is the law of the land moving forward.
All right. Well, best of luck on keeping that bill going through. We appreciate it. Alabama Senator Katie Britt, thank you so much for coming out. We appreciate it.
Thank you.